Hey Canucks fans, welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it as always. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, my post-game live stream for Thursday, May the 13th, on a night where the Vancouver Canucks were defeated by the Calgary Flames 4-1. Bit of a boring game, but I hope you guys know that we're going to have to play them 3 more times. We got Edmonton on Saturday, and then we finish off the season against these same Calgary Flames. So right off the bat, I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, the Shea Family Channel, and Jamie Sports Talk and more. Thanks for your support as always. I appreciate you, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video description. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, simply press the join button underneath this or any of my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Thanks to the moderators in advance. Hopefully you don't have too much to do tonight, but we'll see. By the way, I don't know how many of you are going to be around when I do my my 3.5 hour, 3 hour live stream on Sunday night. That's going to be either one of the best things ever or one of the worst things ever. Let's hope for the former. So thanks to the mods, and thanks to the good people at Monkey 9 Brewing for sponsoring this and all of my post-game live streams. I want to say too, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the Lower Mainland, in the city of Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. I know that you could be doing anything else, especially hanging out on a night where the Vancouver Canucks, kind of a pretty dull game, and we're kind of just going to do, play out the season, play out the string here. But I wanted to come on here, see all of you, talk with all of you. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like this video if you haven't liked this video already. There's only 14 people in here tonight, so not too hard to get 50%. We are at 50% likes, but let's try and get that up a little bit. But no matter what, I appreciate being here, you guys being here. And remember, we're not liking the fact that the Canucks lost. We're liking the fact that we can be here and talk to each other and hang out after a Canucks loss. I'll just have a couple of things about the game, and then we'll turn it over to you. And at the very end of the stream, I'll explain the hockey pool to you that I've just launched. It's in my video description. I put it on Twitter, and I'll be emailing tonight, right after this, everyone that was part of it last year. A really fun and easy hockey pool, but I'll explain everything to you near the end of the stream tonight. Actually, and just so you know, tomorrow, because there's not much to talk about the game, I'll be using my vlog tomorrow to explain it as well in great detail. And then don't forget, Saturday, because of the early game, I don't want to wait till 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. So I'll probably do my post-game live stream right after the game, actually, on Saturday, around 3:30 or 4, maybe 4. And then on Sunday, don't forget, I'm streaming the whole game. I'll be doing a bit of analysis, doing commentary, answering your questions, playing my keyboard that I'll bring home from work on Friday night, and doing so while wearing an earring. I'm not sure why I'm still going to do this, but for you guys, I will do it. I just hope my ear doesn't start bleeding when I try and stick the earring in the hole. That didn't sound good, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, okay. Really quickly, before I get to tonight's game, a lot of talk about Tyler Toffoli. He did a really cool article for the Players Tribune, talked about what it was like playing in LA, winning the Stanley Cup, being a D-list celebrity in LA, as he said, how much he enjoyed Vancouver, along with his wife, Kat, how he was hoping that he would have a chance to build on what he did in the 3 short months he was here. And then, of course, the fact that he didn't even get an offer from Jim Benning and the team. Not a good look for Jim Benning. And as I hear more and more of these stories, you guys know I haven't been his most staunch defender, but at the same time, I haven't been calling for his firing. But, I hear more and more stories like this. And you got to wonder if his days are numbered here. I still want them to re-sign Travis Green. I like Travis Green, but as that goes on longer, you got to wonder if he's coming back as well. So Tyler Toffoli was in the news for sure. Elias Pettersson, he is not coming back this season. No surprise. You guys know I've been saying this since the very start. Well, not as soon as he got injured, but during the COVID break and beyond, I predicted that he would not come back. I have heard that it's a risk. Not that a lot of people have heard it's a risk, but I think the big question was he going to get surgery? The question was he going to play through his injury? The question was he going to come back before the end of the season? Did it make sense? Maybe it would make sense that the Canucks were fighting for a playoff spot, but the fact that they are already eliminated, it doesn't make sense. Why not? Let him. If he needs surgery, do it sooner as opposed to later. We don't want him delayed coming out of the off season and then late for the start of the next season. Also, as I predicted on a couple streams ago, no Canucks playing, at least as far as I know. I don't think there's any Canucks playing in the upcoming World Championships. Just too crazy of a year for the Canucks given their COVID outbreak. And Brock Besser even said he doesn't want to quarantine for a 5th or 6th time. All right. 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes about the game. 1 minute about the game. Not very intense. Vancouver is credited with 11 hits. Calgary was credited with 7 hits. That's 18 hits between the two of them. Two teams. I can't count 18 hits. The only aggression I saw was Jimmy Vesey getting unsportsmanlike penalty at the end of double minor at the end of the game. Nice early start by the Canucks. Highmore's goal, deflection off Hamnick's shot, off a Besser pass. But that was it. That's the only goal they got past Markstrom, 62 seconds in. Then a couple of defensive poor coverage, poor decisions, and the first 2 Calgary goals, especially Juolevi going behind the net. I know he thought the puck was going to go around the boards, but that's still a weird play. The puck went exactly where it was supposed to go, in front of the net, and Juolevi wasn't there to play defense. And then the last 2 goals for Calgary, not really Markstrom's fault for sure. The fourth one deflected off of Miller. The Lindholm one, he came in right away and he wired a really good shot past Demko's goal. I think I said it wasn't Markstrom's fault. It wasn't Demko's fault because the first 2 poor defensive coverage. The third one, a great shot by Lindholm. The fourth one deflected by JT Miller. Okay, that's enough from me. Let's get to you guys. Let's go. I'll start answering your questions. We'll try and keep them hockey related, Canucks related to start off. And then if we run out of things to say, we can go to Ask Me Anything pretty early. We'll just see how we do. C Edits. Hi, Clay. Hello, C Edits. What did you think of the Avs winning the President's Trophy? I do like how it came down to the very last game of the season for them. It was either going to be them or Vegas. We know that they actually tied each other in points, but Avalanche won the tiebreaker because of more regulation wins. I think it's great. They're my pick to win the Stanley Cup. Maybe that's not rocket science. A lot of people are going to pick them, but I think it's good to see. You guys know that they're my fourth favorite team in the entire league, behind Vancouver, Winnipeg, Tampa, and Colorado. So I think it's good, well deserved, and they had a really, really good season. Jim Benning. Not very happy with your Levy. At least you didn't pass on any good player. Nah, you didn't pass on anyone good. Everyone picked below him was really bad. Hi, Clay. Thoughts on Highmore's goal? It was fine. Great start for the team. Nice to see him get his first goal as a Canuck. Fillmore, do you know you're lucky, Clay? 3 of your favorite teams are in the playoffs, but your main one still gets to play a few more games due to COVID. That's true. You can almost call it 4 playoff teams. No, you can't. But yes, I don't. You guys know that I don't pick those 3 teams just because they're good. But I've been saying for the past couple of years to anyone who listened that Winnipeg is my second favorite team, Tampa is my third, and Colorado is my fourth. So I had no problem with Tampa winning the Stanley Cup last year. I love a Colorado-Tampa final again. It could very well go that way. But yeah, that's a great point, Fillmore. The fact that I got all 3, I got my second, third, and fourth favorite teams in the playoffs, and favorites, 2 of them. And then my real team still playing 4 more games. I was supposed to go to one of those 2, but I'll stop crying right now. Hey, Clay, your template in your vlogs is missing. What does that mean? My template in my vlogs is missing. Adam, can you explain what that means? Like visually or... Yeah, Adam, let me know what that means. And then I'll fix it later somehow. Template in my vlogs. Okay, I won't worry about it until you tell me what that means, Adam. Thank you, though. Clay, did you find the game entertaining? No Inferno. I did not. I was doing dishes, cleaning up the barbecue. The final stretch will be rough. Yeah, and I realized that Edmonton might not even play McDavid and Draisaitl on Saturday, so that might be boring. Then 3 more games against Calgary. Obviously, no one wants to get hurt. That's why there's a lack of intensity for sure. Miyaza, will Edler hit 100 career goals? I don't think he will this season, and if he retires, which is my gut feeling, then he won't, which is kind of sad. Rome, yes, I was kind of dismayed that Toffoli wasn't offered a contract. Benning traded away quite a bit to land him. Yes, including Tyler Madden. Made an effort to keep him. Yeah, I don't know what Benning was doing. If he was truly waiting on Ekman Larson, but not good. Noah, hi Clay, how are you? I'm great. Thank you for asking, Noah. I hope you are well as well. LA Women's Hoops. Speaking of the Avs, I saw YouTube of Bertuzzi Steve Moore. What did you think of Moore when he cheap shotted Naslin? I didn't like his cheap shot on Naslin, and I certainly didn't like Bertuzzi's play on Moore. I was at that game, LA Women's Hoops. I was at the time, GM Place when he did that. And it was so crazy. After Bertuzzi cross-checked him and pounded on from behind, people were excited, right? People were, yeah, we're getting retribution. We're getting him back. And then as soon as people saw that he wasn't moving, you could hear a pin drop. It was dead silent. Oh, I shouldn't say use the word dead. It was very silent, very quiet in the arena. It was just a surreal moment. Probably my least favorite thing to see live. Nucks fan, is my stream not working? Yeah, I'm here. Reset it, Nucks fan. I'm here. I've been talking for the past 10 minutes already. Edmund, who here thinks Benning may get canned? I have a feeling he might. I can see Green coming back. Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm leaning now, actually. I was thinking the other way, but maybe that's what I want. C-Edits, what did you think about the double minor VC ended up getting? Travis didn't agree with the call. Actually, C-Edits, I was washing the dishes when that happened. I just looked up and I asked Sean, why is there 4 minutes up? And he says that VC got a unsportsmanlike. So I'll have to rewatch it, or maybe I'm not going to bother. But yeah, it seems pretty weak, but I don't know what happened. J-Dub, if the Canucks don't resign Green, do you think they would try and bring in a lesser-known up-and-comer to save money? How do you think fans would feel about it if they did? Yeah, I don't know why you would replace Green. Green's only making $1 million a year, so how much? Yes, he wants to make 2. New guy only makes 1 or whatever in the high 800-900 grand. But is he going to be any good? No, it's kind of weird, right? If they let Green go, I think they should go with an established guy like a Boudreau or Gallant or Julian. But now we're talking about $3, $4, $5 million as opposed to 2. So I still think they should resign Green. But no, I don't think they would try and bring in a lesser name. Fangirl, teams that are not in the playoffs allowed to make trades during the playoffs? No, they're not. I don't. That's a good question. I don't think so, because I thought the trade deadline goes until the end of the season, even for non-playoff teams. But if someone knows for sure, let me know. Yeah, that's a great question, actually. Riley, good news. I might get pro wrestling training. Wow, Riley. Good luck. That's pretty crazy. Adam, Clay, all the members and your intro aren't showing up on the videos you did today. Oh, I see what you're saying. So Adam, for the post games, I don't mention the Hall of Fame members because I just go straight into it. That's kind of what I've always been doing. And then the other that I did from earlier today when I talked about the preview, PD won't return this season. Yeah, it's there. It's there, Adam. So I'm not sure what you're referencing, Adam. Because I remember I copied and pasted all the members. So I think you might only be talking about my post-game recap, and I don't mention members in the post-game recap. But please forgive me if you're talking about something else as well. Fillmore, why are fans still upset about Toffoli? I was over it before the season started. Holl's got to show his worth as a replacement. Yeah, I think Fillmore, for better or for worse, people are connecting it to how well Toffoli's doing, leading the Habs in scoring, right? So imagine you have him on this team, especially when PD goes down. So I can see why people are upset. And I think they're upset that it sounds like Benning made no effort to sign him. Edmund, right now I'm not motivated to watch the last couple games. Yeah, we'll see. That's true. Miyaza, I'm glad that we didn't sign OEL as well. Madison, hey Clay, are you going to be doing a video of your playoff bracket picks? Yes, Madison, I'll be doing that probably on Saturday or Sunday. I know tomorrow I'm going to vlog about my hockey pool. On Saturday, I think on Saturday I'm going to do a video comparing my preseason picks for the regular season to how well I actually did, which is pretty bad in some divisions. And then I think on Sunday, even though Sunday would be a good day probably to do my playoff predictions. I'm not going to do it all fancy. I'll just do it. Yeah, I'll do it all in one shot instead of breaking them down series by series. I just kind of like to do it all in one shot. But yes, Madison, I will do that. See, what do you think about Toffoli using a picture of him celebrating a goal against Vancouver for his article? I was fine with that. See, it's because I presume you read the article as well. He told a couple stories, or at least one story about getting a hat trick against Vancouver. So I had no problem with that. I really don't, because that's not the main point of a story, but it is a talking point in his story. So I was fine. Would you resign Chatfield? No, I wouldn't. Noah. Michaelis? No, I wouldn't. Noah. Who is the best Canuck tonight? I could barely pick one for my vlog. If you go by stats, Myers had 4 shots, but he was also -2. Do you say it's Highmore because he had a goal? I don't know. I'm not even going to name one, fangirl. Oh, good. I'm glad you fixed it. Yeah, the stream has an 0708 feel to it. Yeah, you did mention that, Edmund. Raybro, what's good, Clay? Hello, Raybro. Hope you're well. Looking back on the North Division video with John, who's the team you underestimated or overestimated badly? Well, obviously, I overestimated It's funny that you mentioned that, because that's kind of what I'm going to get into with my vlogs on the weekend. I overestimated the Canucks. I had them picked as high as 3, and I think I had pretty sure. Oh, I underestimated the Jets. I think I had them on the outside looking in with Edmonton. No. I think I had Edmonton on the outside looking in. I'm pretty sure I went Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, Montreal, and then I had Edmonton, Winnipeg, Ottawa. So I overestimated Vancouver and I underestimated Edmonton. Yep. No Nucks fan. There's no limit on the pool. That's the way I've always done it like this, a confidence pool as opposed to a bracket pool. So yeah, come on in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously the more people, the bigger the prize. Keep Green, get rid of Brown and Baumgartner. I would support that Canucks dream. Would you have Tocchet as a coach? No, I don't. I don't really like him. He didn't do much in Arizona. So what would make one think he could do much here? No, I'm not a big fan. Trades should be allowed in a normal year. Post-trade deadline players can't play in playoffs. Good point, Miaza. That's a really good point. Thank you for that. Adam, yeah, no problem. No need to apologize. And oftentimes I post the video and then I spend about 5 to 10 minutes doing the thumbnail and then doing all the tags and stuff like that. So sometimes if you watch the video right when it comes out, sometimes my description isn't filled out yet. Fangirl, if you can pick a former Canuck player to be an assistant coach for the team, who would you pick? Yeah, so you wouldn't just pick the best player because you don't know if they're a good coach. Burrows is showing like and I've always thought he's a good communicator. I think Burrows would be an excellent. I think Bieksa would be a good coach, or maybe he's just good at talking about what's happening. But I think Burrows or Bieksa might be good actually as coaches. Adam says Nazem. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Rome says Bros as well. LA Women's Hoops, how will the playoffs work with Canada being closed when the North Division will have to play a U.S. division? Yeah, that's a really good question. They don't have to worry about it for 2 more rounds. My guess is that Canadian team will have to go down to the States and play somewhere out of the States. That's a really good question, actually. I never even thought about that. Yeah, that's my guess, but if someone knows for sure, let me know. Some talk about Benning should be a scout instead of the GM. Justin, I wonder if Jim Benning wanted to make an offer to Toffoli but was denied by Aquilini. I still feel like the owner here has more power than we might give him credit for since they signed the checks. Thoughts? Justin, I think that's an excellent thought. And I have it on pretty good authority that Benning wanted to sign Stetcher. Originally got rejected by Aquilini. Then Stetcher said, Detroit's offering me. Benning said, how much are they offering you? Stetcher told him. Benning went back to Aquilini. And then Aquilini said, fine, sign him. And then when they went back, Stetcher had already made his decision. And I've kind of hinted at that in a previous vlog before. So, Justin, I think that's a very, very fair theory, that Aquilini kind of meddles in terms of, signings and stuff like that. Jim Benning, hey, I presume Doe is me, Clay Doe. Hey Doe, which sounds like Play-Doh, which I get. If I get 9 more years, I think I can get a wild card by 2030. I hope it's a little bit faster than that. See, objectively, do you think Jim Benning would actually be GM on another NHL team? No, I don't. And especially after what he's done here. Yeah, no, I don't think so. See, I think that's what you're asking, right? Like, will he get another job? Canucks Dream, any one of the head coaches available can take the assistant job here. Yeah, but if you're any one of the head coach available, yeah, but I don't think if you're a head coach like a Julian or a Boudreau, I don't think you take an assistant coach job, if that's what you're saying, both from the money and prestige and title. I don't think they're wired that way. Fangirl, do you think fire betting chants will happen once fans are allowed in the stands? Sadly, I do. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't partake, but I could see that happening when fans are allowed back. Virtual reality, Aquilini doesn't kind of meddle. He's hands-on every day. Okay, that's fair. Coach Rob, gut feeling Travis Green will end up with the Rangers, but an assistant coach with Babcock being the head coach. Yeah, that's an expensive assistant coach, though, Coach Rob, but I hear what you're saying. Jim Benning, yes. Just because I don't read your comment doesn't mean I haven't seen it. I've seen you talk about your flip phone on Amazon, okay? So thank you. Everyone else can read it. I don't have to read it out. See, I will read this one out. If we get a maximum win, we come in 4th to last. So that obviously helps our lottery chances. Mr. Fuzzy Wuzzy, do you think Vancouver should get Reinhart? I'd be open to that for sure, depending on the price. Because he's not I don't think he's a free agent. Yeah. Tayeb, which coach do you think should be a good GM? Ooh, that's a good question. Which coach do I think would be a good GM? Yeah, I think, part of me says, I know he's not coaching now, but Babcock would be a good GM. I just, I kind of think I like Shanahan and Yzerman. I wonder Babcock would be a good GM. Fangirls, Ericsson's days on the Canucks done. Will he go to AHL team? Well, yeah, I don't see him on this roster. If he can't make the roster this year when you have basically everyone else playing, I think they're going to put him in in Abbotsford next season. See, Edits, do you think it could be a competitive disadvantage for a Canadian team to be in the playoffs without their home crowd in the stands? Yeah, I think so. But, obviously they're playing against each other first. And then, yeah, whether they're not allowed fans, but the other team's allowed to come in here, which I doubt, or they have to play in the States. Yeah, I think that is a disadvantage because you can't quantify it, but it certainly can't hurt if you're playing in front of Canadian teams. In front of your fans. It's a great point. I'm buying an Abbotsford Louis jersey, whether he reports or not. Okay, we want to see visual proof of that. Noah, what would the Canucks need to give up to get Reinhart? Yeah, I heard them talking about it on the Vancast or the radio this morning. They were talking about also a top 6. So you got to send quality going back the other way. I don't know, actually. That's a good point. I'm going to look up Sam Reinhart's points real quick. So Reinhart, 42, 47, 50 points, 65, 50, 40. Yeah, I think it's either top 6 or it's a high draft pick and a prospect for sure. Someone just sent me a text with about Benning, and then he says Clay turned heel, and then he put my GIF on there, which is pretty funny. Turning heel meaning become a bad guy. Yeah, I think at least a top 6 or a prospect and a pick. Thoughts on Horvat's game tonight? He tried. He I was grateful that he didn't get injured when he blocked that shot off his skate. But, much like everyone, quite ineffective. But I'm not blaming his effort. We need Ian Clark. Ciedettes, did you hear DiPietro's interview on Donnie and Dolly? No, I didn't, Ciedettes. I saw a couple tweets, but I know he wants to play and play well. Ciedettes, tell me what stood out for you from that interview. Shannon, I think that the team did not help Demko. I agree. Doozy with Sushi and Bertuzzi. Does Big Mac remind you of a prime you? One with less offensive ability. Yeah, I don't think McEwen. I'm not sure what McEwen's going to turn out to be honest with you. Gervier like Sam Reinhart. What are the odds that Dusty Emo gets a job with a new AHL team in Oxford? I think he's going to. I think he'd love to be a part of the Canucks organization. So I think he might. And of course, Utica. We still get our coaches and players, right? That's our team. It's just we don't get the city anymore. So I'm not sure who works with the goaltenders in Utica right now. Actually, I should know that. Is it who does work with the goaltenders in Utica? So yeah, I haven't talked to my cousin Dusty about it, but I'd be a supporter of that for sure. Rome, yes, heel wrestling term. Virtual reality. What irks me is spoiled Aquilini literally thinks he knows hockey better than Linden. Has Aquilini ever played hockey ever? Well, not at a high level. Clay should wear a DX shirt. I don't know about that. I like my Mickey. Thoughts on Highmore? Sandra, very inconsistent. He scored tonight, which is great. Sometimes he shows his speed. Other times he's kind of invisible. But the fact that he's the one giving, top 6 minutes, that tells you what Travis Green thinks about him. And that's good, right? He's the one guy that we do have for another year. Boyd, VC, Harlock, they're all on expiring contracts. Whereas we do have Highmore for one more year. And it's not even to justify the Gaudette trade. You just want him to do well anyways. Paul Reinhardt. Thoughts on Pearson today? He did have 3 shots, I believe. I just thought all the Canucks were okay. There's no one that was really good. Pick 6 or 7, Lind, Roussel, Holtz, and a 3rd for Reinhardt. But would they want Roussel and Holt be coming back? I don't know. I actually don't think that gets it done. I think it's a lot, but it's not a lot of good. Shannon, how do I get in the pool that someone is talking about? I actually I'm going to put it in the chat in a few minutes, but it's actually it's right in my video description as well. Click on that link and all the instructions are there. But in about 10 or 15 minutes, I'll be explaining the whole thing, Shannon. Ciedettes, I really admire how DiPietro is really positive overall in his interview. He even talked about how he's grown as a goalie since that 7-0 game against the Sharks. Yeah, I was there for that game, and that was a snowy February day, and it was really weird, and he got thrown into the fire. That's cool, Ciedettes. I will check it out for sure. It sounds like it's a really good interview. Thanks for explaining that. Fangirl, were you in the arena when Stan Smeel got his jersey retired? No, I wasn't. J-Dub, do you think Luongo would make a good GM? I do. I think it would be in Florida over Vancouver. I don't think he wants to come back to Vancouver from that kind of standpoint. I think the experience here honestly scarred him, but I think he would be a good GM. I'd like to think so. Yeah, and for now, I agree with you that they would want more for Reinhardt. Justin Dollywall said DiPietro did not play 8 of 10 games in Utica because Blues wanted their goalie to play. There was a tug of war between them and the Blues. Won, hence the low number of games for DiPietro. Yeah, it was interesting because when the Canucks assigned DiPietro to Utica, Dollywall was what he was saying. He's going to play 8 of the last 10, and then by the end of the season, it'll be exactly even between Canucks and St. Louis. But that's fascinating to hear that. That was a tricky situation right from the very start, splitting the farm team. Marcel, hello, Marcel. Thanks for being here. Edmund, if we do get a new GM, would you want the Rangers' former GM to take the role? One person I don't want is Peter Shore. Yeah, I like John Davidson. I like John Davidson a lot. He would be my number 1 pick, actually. Coach Rob will help Shannon. That's a good friend right there. Were you in the arena when Naslund got his jersey retired? I wasn't, Fangirl. That night I had to MC an event for my church, but my son Sean was there. Sean, were you there when Naslund got his jersey retired? Were you at the game where Naslund got his jersey retired? Yeah, that's the one with Pat against Tampa, right? Yeah. Sorry, you guys. I just realized my microphone was here and you heard me yelling to another room. But yes, Sean does confirm that he was the one that saw Naslund get his jersey retired. Lucky guy. What a good dad I am. Who would you give up for Eichel? Tayeb, Parker and I talked about this in Canucks After Dark on Monday night. I'd be tempted to give up PD, but I thought about it more. I wouldn't give up Pettersson. I know Eichel is a top-notch player, but I think PD can be that too. But honestly, I wouldn't give up PD or Hughes, but everyone else, including Demko, I'd consider Demko, Demko, Besser, Miller, Horvat. I'm not saying that I would do it, but I would consider it. Reinhardt is a smart player with bad skating. That's what I've heard. T-Dot. Thank you. Hoglander for sure. Yeah, Edmund, I could see that. They demand a good prospect as part of the package. I agree. What was your reaction when I scored the 2-0 goal in 2003 Game 7? And what was your reaction after we lost? That was the one where we lost against Minnesota, right? That was rough. How did that summer pass by knowing how close we got? That was rough because there was a path to the Stanley Cup final for sure. What happened to Lucas Gates? Have not seen him for a while. Yeah, I think he only missed one or two, right? So maybe, maybe he doesn't work every day, but on the days he works, I think he works early. So maybe he goes to bed early on some nights, or maybe he's just mad at me for some reason. I'm not sure. Fangirl. Yeah, Kim hasn't been around, but remember, Kim usually she's out in New York, so it's 1:30 in the morning. I certainly don't expect her in here often. Well, you guys are observant. You guys notice that means but we're still getting decent numbers. I was a little scared, but we're up to 65 people, which is awesome. That means we have some new people as well. So shout out to all the new people. Shout out to all the older people, or I should say more experienced people. By the way, we're at 65 people in here. We're only at 21 likes. Let's get that up to 35. Let's see if we get those 21 likes up to 35 in the next minute. Who would you pick in their prime? Bure, Naslund, or one of the Sedins? All great players for sure. Given that we have PD right now, I would take Bure actually in prime. Although Henrik they're all really good. But maybe I'd take Bure. I don't know. I'd take any of those guys. I would take any of those guys. See edits. Do you think the Canucks should have picked up a third-string goalie on waivers and kept DiPietro in Utica? In hindsight, yes. It would have been nice to get a cheap goalie. And the Canucks didn't use, right? They're one of the only teams that only went to 2 goalies deep despite the COVID outbreak. So, hindsight, always 2020. But yeah, it would have been great to have DiPietro play. Would you want both Eichel and Dahlin? Of course, but it depends on for what. Dahlin's had a rough year, but the whole team has had a rough year. I still think he's really good. What moves has Davidson made that makes you like him? Well, actually, virtual reality, I like his personality overall. I think he's a straight shooter. I liked him when he was a commentator, but I like what New York has done. I like the fact that 3 seasons ago or whatever, they wrote a letter to the fans saying, hey, this might take a while, but I like their drafting. They got a lot of good young players between Kako and Fox and Lafreniere. So I get some of that is drafting, and they were drafting quite high. But still, I like I like a lot of parts of their team for sure. I just think he's well respected, and I think I don't know, not that Benning gets pushed around or taken advantage of, but I do think that Davidson has more respect among the GM community. Justin, if you could have one past Canucks captain at their prime on this team, who would it be and why? On this team, I want a top 6 player, so that's Naslund, Linden, or Henrik. Of that group, maybe I take Naslund because we have PD. If we didn't have PD, I'd take Henrik. But maybe I take Naslund because we need wingers. They're all good. Same with Arcel and Dexter. Yeah, Dexter, yeah. Maybe they're sick of me. I don't know. But those guys were originals for sure. Chonger and Bimbo. I don't know. Dan Quinn. Nice. Alex Stalock. No, I don't like him that much. Virtual Reality. Lyndon Horvat. Yeah, they're very similar. They do remind me of each other for sure. What was your favorite goal of Bure's? Well, I think the one that most people remember was his game-winning goal against Calgary, deking out Mike Vernon in that Game 7, because we were the underdogs in that series. See, Edits, do you see Edler playing all the remaining games, considering this may be his last season? See, Edits, at first it was yes, for sure. Like, you won't take him out. But then Travis Green said something today he said with 5 games and 7 nights to end out the season, he might rotate a few of the young guys in on D. Now, today, Rathbone had to come out for Juolevi. But do you sit Edler and go Hughes, Rathbone, Juolevi, which is what I'm advocating for next season? I actually think he was talking more about Edler and Schmidt and Myers, because those guys are back next season. I could see him keeping Edler in for the rest of the season if Edler wants that. Fillmore, is there anyone the same age as Chris Drury that can be GM, president, or... That's a good question. Or coach. Chris Drury, yeah, he's younger, right? Well, ex-player for sure. Tank Nation, do you think Gadjevich would be a good fit with PD and Besser next season? He would add grit and good hands, but do you think he's fast enough? Yeah, you answered it. He has grit and good hands, but I do not think he's fast enough, and he wouldn't be able to keep up. And I'm not sure about he might have good hands, but I'm not sure if his hockey IQ is there just yet, to be honest with you. Shannon, I love how you know a lot about hockey. Yeah, Edits is bright, very bright. I wonder if I should bring her on to one of my Zoom chats, if she'd do it. Edits, would you do it? Easton, do you think former Rangers GM Jeff Gorton would be a good fit if Benning gets canned? Yeah, from a GM standpoint, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, John Davidson was the president, right? And Gorton was the GM. Yeah, I don't know enough about Gorton. At the same time, when I was answering that other question, maybe all the moves that they made was because of Gorton, not Davidson. Yeah, I don't know enough about him, to be honest with you, Eason. Which Vancouver power forward in their prime would you like on the current Canucks? Well, Bertuzzi is one for sure. For sure. When he was going with Naslin, he was pretty much unstoppable. What did Bury get traded for? He got traded for a bunch of lesser guys to Florida. It's funny. We trade all of our blockbusters to Florida, Bury and Luongo. I can't remember now. I don't know off the top of my head. Sharm, take Clay, hope all is well. I'm hearing Eichel's having a tough time getting out of Buffalo. Do you think maybe he needs a new agent? You can get the job done for him. Let's recommend you. And then and in your stable, you could have Jack Eichel and Clay Emo, like the two most No, that would be fun though. Should we have re-signed Domingue so DiPietro could have played Utica? We could have re-signed someone for sure, as C-Edits mentioned as well. Isles Girl, speak of the Angel. Someone just asked about you. And hey, Clay, just sending love and support to you in the stream. Like it up. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate you. And good luck to your Islanders in your first round matchup against Pittsburgh. That's going to be a lot of fun. Kim, thanks for coming in here. You're very, very sweet. You are awesome. Yes, someone did ask about you. They're kind of rattling off all the people that haven't been here for a while. And I said, yeah, well, you are 3 hours ahead and maybe you got mad at me. No, I said Lucas Gates might have got mad at me. But yes, thank you for being here, Kim. You're very sweet. And thanks for your support. Kim is a member of the channel. Okay, I better go to this one now so I can use the mouse. Oh no, but I can't see anything. It's too far for me. Adir, do you think Canucks are going to cheap out with coach and players next season? I sure hope not. We've already seen what happens when that happens. They just got to be way smarter with their money. Do you think there'll be a taxi squad next season? No. I think it's going to go back to normal next season. Tayeb, who do you think is the worst goalie in the North? Koskinen? Koskinen is not good. That's for sure. British is bad too. Edmund, in regards for Edler, will you not be surprised if he does retires or moves on? I would be surprised if he goes to a different team. I will not be surprised if he retires, and I will not be surprised if the Canucks don't re-sign him. Jovanovski for Bure. Thank you. Forgot about that. Sharms, thoughts on Sam Reinhart saying he wants to play on the West Coast? Do you think we could be in on him, money aside? Are you betting trying to trade up to get him in the 2014 draft? Yeah, Sharms, we actually talked about him a bit before he came on. I could see the Canucks being interested for sure, but it depends on what Buffalo would want in return. Toronto fan, who are you looking forward to watching in the playoffs? I say Leafs and Montreal. Yeah, Leafs and Montreal will be a great series. I also think that for first round, I think Tampa, Florida is going to be good. So Carolina and Nashville, not interested in. Tampa and Florida, I'm very interested in. In the East, Pittsburgh, Islanders, Washington, Boston, I'm interested in both of those. I'm not so interested in Colorado, St. Louis, because I think it's going to be a whitewash. Vegas, Minnesota might be good. And then I'm interested in both North Division. So I'm almost interested in all of them. Thank you, Coach. Bure headache interference for Gagne, Jovanovski, Brown, and Kevin Weeks. Very good. Yeah, no, Jovacop was good. I forgot about him. If Hall doesn't stay at Bruin, where do you see him going next? Somewhere with a lot of money, and somewhere, I was going to say somewhere where he wants to win, I'm sure. Of course, though, he came from Buffalo, so I'm not sure. He was chasing the money. Maybe if Boston goes on a deep run, it'll make him want to chase the title more. Good question. I don't know, though. But somewhere with a lot of money, I think, is where he'll go. Thanks, Adam, for being here. Good night. Davidson would even work for Aquilini. What are the odds? Well, Aquilini will hire a third rookie GM. I don't think he will. I don't think he can afford to. Clay Stream reunion. Yes, Kim, what were you studying again? That's awesome. Congrats. Don't you think the Flames taking these games against us is good? It will be beneficial for our draft position-wise, and Calgary will only be getting worse lottery-wise. Yeah, I recognize that the worse we do, the better our lottery and draft position is. I get that. I don't believe in the TANK, as you guys know. But, yeah, I recognize. I told Sean I don't like to see the Canucks lose, but I'm not as disappointed now. Is it true that Pat Burns thought about coaching the Canucks, but Pat Quinn and him butted heads in the job interview? I would not be surprised. Those are two stubborn Pats for sure. I guess they stayed Pat. No, I've been playing ping pong recently, but I don't have a ping pong table. I have a ping pong net that can attach to the table, but of course the tables aren't as big. Yeah, no, that's what we used to do. In this room, we used to put a mini net across a little work table that I had, but it got too crazy. We were smashing into the walls and smashing into my IKEA wardrobe, so we bucked up and we bought a tabletop. And obviously we've had a lot of fun with it. Didn't we get picks for Bure? I've heard they had extra picks when we drafted the Sedins. Two separate things. The picks that we used to acquire the Sedins, nothing to do with the Bure trade. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this one now so I can use the mouse easier. Canucks in 4. What do you think is the bigger issue regarding team success? Benning or Green? Definitely Benning. Green can only coach who he has. Edmund, any polling for the Habs to win against the Leafs? Anyone? I'm indifferent. Adir, just finished Ramadan. Very good. Have you fasted before? Yes, I have, but only for a day at the most. For a day. And, we abstain from meat during Lent as Catholics for 6 weeks during Lent on Fridays. And then there are 2 days of the week where we do fast for the entire day. That 2 days of the year, I should say. And that is Good Friday and that is Ash Wednesday. No, I do think Ulevi can still be the offensive defenseman. He was once in the OHL. No, I don't think he will be offensive defenseman, but we don't need him to. We have Hughes and Rathbone. We need him to be a good stay-at-home defenseman that doesn't go the wrong way around the net. Were you a fan of Willie Mitchell? I was. Do you think he could have been a guy that could have been used in the playoff runs? Also, do you plan on doing a bracket challenge? So, Sharms, yes, I liked Willie. I think he was solid. And no, I'm going to explain my pool in 5 minutes, but I'm not doing a bracket challenge. As I mentioned, I'm doing a different type of pool. Study nursing. Oh, that's awesome. I knew that. Yeah, your logo's good, Tank Nation. Okay, I want to rip through the last couple questions so then we can wrap this up. Taking your boards, awesome. J-Dub, love your vlogs, Clay. Thank you, J-Dub. I'm new. Will you be vlogging throughout the playoffs? I will, but I'm going to try and talk about Canucks off-season stuff. There are a lot of people that are doing some great NHL-wide vlogs. I want to keep it Canucks-specific, actually, but I will be bringing back something that I've done before, and it's called 2-on-1, but I'll explain that later this week. Yes. I can just say now it's 2 minutes on one topic. So I'll probably, instead of covering all the playoffs, I'll probably talk every night. I'll do a quick 2-minute video about one thing that stood out to me from the day, from the playoff games. Yes, but I'll still be vlogging every day during the playoffs as long as there's something to talk about for sure. Clay, round one winners, who you got? Even if you don't have Isles, no offense taken. I have Toronto and Edmonton. I have Tampa and Carolina. I have Pittsburgh and Washington, and I have Colorado and Vegas. What do you think about North Division having back-to-backs in their playoff schedule? Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're the only one that do. They only have it once, thank goodness. I don't know. I guess they wanted to wait until the Canucks and Flames finished, although they didn't really have to. So I guess there's not much they can do. I know some people think that's a little weird, but one back-to-back isn't the end of the world. Okay, I think I am going to wrap up the Canucks questions there just so I don't go too long. Oh, and hot takes here. John, welcome. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you because of your Leafs, and I'm excited that your channel, I'm sure, is going to continue to blow up throughout the playoffs, and deservedly so. I presume that you'll be streaming a lot. That's another reason why I'm not going to do any North Division things, because there's already someone who's got the market pretty much covered in a good way, and I like supporting John and what he's doing. So I'm going to keep it Canucks specific. I'm going to do league wide quick videos. Like I said, it's called 2-on-1. I used to do it, and that's basically where I say it's 2 minutes on one topic, and I think that's how I'm going to focus my non-Canucks vlogs for the for the playoffs. Okay, let's do this. No, hot take. You're the legend. Takes one to know one. All the YouTube hockey stars are here. Yeah, it's funny. If you're still here, John and Kim, I mentioned that over the weekend, I'm going to revisit our prediction videos. Me and you, John, for the North, me and you, Kim, for the East, and basically compare who did better. John, spoiler alert, is you and Kim, because I had the Canucks in third, not seventh. So we'll see. I look forward to doing those kind of wrap-up videos. Okay, let's go. Let's do 3 minutes of Ask Me Anything. Then I'll talk about the hockey pool, and then I will wrap up. So 3 minutes of Ask Me Anything, but it cannot be Canucks or hockey related. Fangirl just said favorites, so I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I think she pressed enter too quickly, but that's fine. All right, Ask Me Anything for 3 or 4 minutes. Non-hockey, non-Canucks related. Pizza or lasagna? Pizza. Favorite thing to put whipped cream on? I barely eat whipped cream. I usually take it off, actually, off my hot chocolate, off my desserts. Coach Rob says Colorado won't get past the first round. I'm willing to bet you on that, Coach Rob. Fangirl, when you got the vaccine, did your arm hurt for more than a day? No, when I got my vaccine, got the AstraZeneca 3.5 weeks ago now, my arm didn't hurt at all. What actually hurt for me, as I had a headache for one day, but that was it. Ronaldo or Messi? I like Messi. I think Ronaldo, to me, worst attitude. I think, if I'm thinking about the right guy. Clay, if you could hang out with one WWE legend, who would it be? I think hang out with Hogan would be hilarious. Hulk Hogan. But although Ricky Steamboat was my favorite wrestler. Does Pizza 222 still exist? I don't know. Try phoning it. I don't know. I don't think so. Your favorite heel on WWF? Right now, I love what Roman Reigns is doing. I really do. Pizza or Domino's? I'll go Domino's. Sharms, we are looking at a sponsorship deal in the future of ping pong. What is the return we are looking for value-wise? Sharms, thanks for your confidence. I think we'd have to pay someone to take me on as a sponsor. So I hope you don't mind paying as opposed to getting money. What do you order at Starbucks? Virtual reality? I don't drink coffee. So I don't go to Starbucks. If I do and if I get treated, I'll get one of the. Do they still have orange juice in that? I think the brand is Pure or something. I don't drink coffee. I'll get a hot chocolate if people insist on me getting something. Actually, favorite vacation, not Disneyland, Hawaii. Been there twice. Once with my mom, dad, and my brother. Once with Gail and the kids. Would love to go back to Hawaii. Where did you usually play roller hockey? It was the Richmond League, so it was out of the 6 Road, whatever it's called. And then that league folded, so we've been playing at different arenas throughout Vancouver and Coquitlam. Fangirl, what was one show your kids watched when they were little that you couldn't stand? Well, when they were little, no, I like Blue's Clues. They watch that a lot. It's more an adult show, but they're into Big Bang. They're into The Office, and I just don't watch them. Adir, will you coach my beer league team in Richmond after this pandemic? I don't know if you want me. I can vlog it for you maybe, but I don't know if strategy-wise if I'd be that good. The contract is supposed to age nicely. Okay, Sharms, thank you for your patience. Silver City, that's what I did mean, Jim. Thanks. Do you like peppermint hot chocolate at Christmas? No, I don't. I just like regular hot chocolate with no weird flavors in it. Okay, that is awesome. We'll do the next question. Twix or Kit Kat? I like Kit Kat. Is there much hockey at Minter Arena? I don't think so. But the Sockeyes still played out of there. Quiznos or Mr. Sub? Quiznos. Favorite Avengers character? The Hulk. Outside of Richmond, Greater Vancouver, what is the city you would relocate to? Ooh, that's a good question. Kelowna. See edits. Our family likes Kelowna if it's in BC. And then we've always liked Arizona because of the climate and because I have friends there. And LA, of course, but all expensive places. Favorite crush? Are you talking about the drink? Then it's orange. If you're talking about person, I'll say my wife. Tawasin. I'm not sure what you're asking about Tawasin, but that's okay. Okay, you guys, let's end it there. I will tell you about my pool real quick, and then I'll do my thank yous, then my bad joke, and then wrap up. So my pool is what you call a confidence pool. So it's not a bracket pool, and again, we don't even know. You can't even do I get you can do a bracket challenge, you can manipulate it, but it's not a pure bracket this year, right? Because after the 4 division winners, they seed them 1 through 4. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. But for my pool, what it is, it's called a confidence pool. There are 16 teams in the playoffs. You get 16 point totals, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, all the way down to 1. You assign a point total to each of those 16 teams. So, and every time they win a series, you get those points. So if you think Colorado is going to win the Stanley Cup, you would assign them 16. Let's say you think they're going to beat Tampa in the final. You'd probably give Tampa 15, all the way down to, say, maybe the St. Louis Blues as 1 or Winnipeg as 1, whoever you think is going to be out in the first round. Maybe Nashville as 1. So you rank all 16 teams and you give your highest point total to the team that wins the Stanley Cup. Any time your team wins a round, maximum 4 rounds, you get that many number of points. You get 25 points for picking the Conn Smythe winner, and then I add up the points, and that's it. Whoever has the most points at the end win. You only pick your assigned points once. And I did a nice spreadsheet where as you type in your numbers, it counts it down to you. It tells you how many points you have left. But as long as you can count backwards from 16, you will be fine. And it's a lot of fun. We had about 30 to 40 people in there last year. So the winner won, I think, $300 or something, because it's 60%, 30%, 10%. I'll put the link in the chat right now, but it's also in the very first thing that's listed in my video description. So I put it on Google Drive. So you can click on that right now. Click on it right now, actually, if you guys want. Click on it, and you'll see. You can, maybe when this. No, I don't want to answer questions tonight because it'll go forever. Take a look and then send me an email. It's right there in there. It's clayemo@shaw.ca, but it's right in the link, and then you can see I made it very, very clear. It's $15. I forgot to say that. So $15 per team. You can enter as many teams as you want. And then I need your money and your picks by Monday at 5 p.m. I'm giving people the weekend because there's only a couple series that start on Saturday, Sunday. So I hope that makes sense. It's pretty easy. If you were in it last year, I will also be emailing it out as soon as I'm done here tonight. So click on the link. Pretty simple. You just assign a number from 16 down to 1 a different number to each of the 16 teams, and you go from there. All right. Thanks everyone for tomorrow's vlog. There's not much to talk about the Canucks game, so I think I will be doing a more calm and detailed explanation of my pool for my vlog tomorrow. Saturday, I will be live streaming after the game. Also on the weekend, I will not only do my predictions recap from regular season, but I'll do my predictions for all 8 first round matchups. Don't forget, Sunday night, I'm going to be live streaming the entire Vancouver Calgary game. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but I'll be live for 3 hours. I'll be playing the organ, my keyboard, doing some songs at intermission, and then maybe doing a mini concert as well. I'll be wearing my earring due to the pleasure of no one probably, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's on Sunday night, and then I'll figure out what the heck I'm going to do for the rest of the time going forward. So thanks, moderators, for your good work tonight. I don't think we had to do too much, which is good. That means people are relatively mature. Thanks to Monkey 9 Brewing, and thanks to all of you for watching. I appreciate you. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you consider becoming a member of the CCC Crew. All right, in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. What, Coach Rob, the sheet is partly filled out, has 13 for the Jets. Hold on, before I go, are you sure? I better click on that. The sheet is partly filled out, has 13 for the Jets. I did not know that. And I don't think I can change it, right? Oh, yeah. That's a good point. You know, I'm going to fix that, Rob. I'm going to do a new link. I'm going to keep that one up, but I'm also going to do a new link as well. That is strange. Oh, thanks for... I must have been fooling around and testing the spreadsheet. Yeah, okay. I better put a new link up there. Thanks, Coach Rob, for letting me know that. You see, without you guys, I would be going crazy. Okay, I will fix that and put a new link up where on all my things. Okay, so let me do the ending properly again. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And before I go, I want to ask you, did you hear the rumor about the butter? Actually, on second thought, never mind. I don't want to spread it. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah!